4 VPN providers, 1 investigation. Let's go.
4 providers, 1 spectrum. On one end, the mass market value proposition. Unlimited devices at the lowest price, owned by the same parent as its largest competitor. On the other end, no email to sign up, cryptocurrency payment with a self-hosted node, features removed because they create privacy risk, and a price higher than every other option. Surfshark, CyberGhost, Windscribe, and IVPN. Every provider in this comparison makes the same claim. No logs. The evidence behind that claim is different for each. An audit conducted cooperatively, a court case decided adversarially, an architecture designed so there is nothing to hand over. The question that runs the entire comparison is not which provider has the most features. It is what you need protection from, how much you trust the entity providing it, and whether the evidence behind the no logs claim meets the standard your specific threat model requires. The spectrum from value to trust is the series. Surfshark is the value end. Vytautas Kazjukonis, 2018, Netherlands. Unlimited simultaneous connections. The single strongest consumer value proposition in the category. Software-defined networking for dynamic routing. Built-in ad and tracker blocking. Censorship bypass. Protocol performance competitive with the fastest available. 5 account compromises in 4 months with no effective prevention. A cancellation from 2023 with no record 2 years later. The parent company also owns the largest competitor, audited by a major accounting firm in 2023 and 2025. The features work. The corporate context is the variable. CyberGhost is the streaming specialist. Robert Knapp, 2011, Bucharest, Romania. 7,100 servers. Streaming optimized infrastructure pre-configured for specific platforms. Servers controlled directly in Romania rather than rented from third-party data centers. Token-based dedicated address that is not linked to the account even within the provider's systems. The parent company previously operated as a browser extension platform classified as Adware. It rebranded in 2018 to escape that association. The same parent owns 3 other providers and 2 of the most widely read review sites in the category. A connection protocol on one operating system was broken for over 12 months with no refund. Audited in 2022 and 2025. The streaming infrastructure is competent. The corporate history and the review site ownership are the variables. Windscribe is the transparent independent. Yegor Sak and Alex Paggi, 2016 Canada, a free tier that works. 10 gigabytes per month, unlimited devices, 10 countries. Open source client code, a named founder who answers hard questions publicly. The blog that published the investigation into the parent company of CyberGhost. In 2021, Ukrainian authorities seized servers running unencrypted configurations, disclosed publicly. In 2025, a Greek court examined a separate seizure and acquitted the provider because no logs existed. The horror story became the proof. Network-level blocking with customizable rules, censorship bypass through traffic obfuscation, custom pricing for selected locations. Canada is in the Intelligence Sharing Alliance. The founder's response is direct. The court case provides operational evidence. The statutory framework remains. IVPN is the privacy end. 2009. Gibraltar, the oldest provider in the comparison. Independent. Anonymous sign-up with no email, cryptocurrency with a self-hosted node, open source applications and website. A Cure 53 audit in 2019. Features removed when they create privacy risk. A routing bypass that explicitly warns it introduces leaks. The standard plan covers 2 devices. The professional plan covers 7 with traffic through 2 servers in sequence. No free tier, no streaming servers. A community recommendation from a site that accepts no advertising. The price is higher than every other provider. The feature set is smaller. The trust architecture is the most rigorous. A leak during key rotation on one mobile platform in February 2025 was found, fixed, and documented publicly because the code is open. The comparison runs on 3 questions. What do you need protection from? How much do you trust the provider? What evidence supports the no logs claim? If your concern is an internet service provider, seeing your traffic and accessing streaming content from other countries, and the device count and price matter most, Surfshark provides unlimited connections at the lowest cost under a parent company that also owns its largest competitor. Accept the merger context. If your concern is the same, but streaming pre-configuration for specific platforms matters more than device count, CyberGhost provides the largest server network with streaming optimized infrastructure under a parent company that rebranded from Adware and owns the review sites. Accept the corporate history and verify reviews from sources the parent does not own. If your concern extends into verifiable privacy with a named accountable founder, open source code, a court-tested no logs claim, censorship bypass, and a free tier, Windscribe provides the most accessible privacy-focused option. Accept the Canadian jurisdiction and the Intelligence Sharing Alliance membership. If your concern requires that the provider itself cannot identify you, that the payment trail is minimized, that the jurisdiction operates outside the intelligence sharing framework, and that features creating privacy risk are removed rather than offered, IVPN provides the most rigorous trust architecture available. Accept the higher price, the smaller server network, and the 2-device limit on the standard plan. The no-logs evidence exists on a spectrum of its own. Surfshark and CyberGhost have cooperative audits conducted by a major accounting firm. The auditor examines what the provider shows them. The audit is a snapshot of a moment in time. Windscribe has a court verdict. Investigators with physical access to seized servers, legal authority, and every incentive to find evidence found nothing. The testing was adversarial, and the provider had no control over what was examined. IVPN has an independent audit from a firm known for technical rigor, open source code that allows continuous verification, and an anonymous access architecture that means there is nothing to identify even if the infrastructure were compromised. Different kinds of evidence answer different levels of concern. The cooperative audit answers whether the logging infrastructure is consistent with the no-logs claim at the time of examination. The court verdict answers whether the no-logs architecture held when tested under adversarial conditions. The anonymous architecture answers whether identification is even possible, regardless of what happens to the infrastructure. Each provider's evidence matches its position on the spectrum. The mass market providers offer audit evidence. The transparent independent offers court evidence. The privacy-first provider offers architectural evidence. None is sufficient for every threat model. All are sufficient for some. 4 providers, 4 positions on a spectrum from value to trust. Surfshark, unlimited devices, lowest price, merger with its largest competitor, account security that failed 5 times, the mass market value choice for households where device count and cost matter most. CyberGhost, largest server network, streaming pre-configuration, a parent company that rebranded from Adware and owns the review sites recommending its products. The streaming specialist for users who want platform-specific access and can accept the corporate history. Windscribe, independent, named founder, court-tested no logs, open source clients, free tier, Canada. The accessible privacy provider for users who want transparency, accountability, and a no-logs claim that was proven under legal pressure. IVPN, independent, anonymous sign-up, cryptocurrency with a self-hosted node. Gibraltar, features removed for privacy, the most expensive, the fewest features. The provider, built for users who decided trust is the primary criterion and paid accordingly. All 4 encrypt your traffic. All 4 replace your visible address. All 4 claim no logs. The evidence behind that claim ranges from a cooperative audit to a court verdict to an architecture designed so identification is not possible. The corporate context ranges from a parent company that owns 4 providers and 2 review sites to a provider that does not require your email address to create an account. The question is not which provider is best. The question is what you are protecting, from whom, and what evidence you require that the provider is doing what it claims. The mass market end offers value and convenience with corporate context that requires understanding. The privacy end offers trust and anonymity with fewer features at a higher price. Both ends serve real needs. Neither end serves every need. Choose based on your threat model. Know who owns what you are using. Know who reviews it. Know what evidence supports the no-logs claim and what kind of evidence it is. The The provider that costs the least and does the most may be the right choice for your needs. The provider that costs the most and does the least may be the right choice for someone else's. Both are correct answers to different questions.